Good day all, and welcome once again to my channel. It's been a while that I have posted on this channel, so all I can say is I'm back. So we are going to be having a series of lessons on DELSU post-UTME. For those students that are applying for DELSU and you want to write their exam, please, this lesson is for you. Because in DELSU post-UTME questions are kind of different from every other school post-UTME questions. The reason is because DELSU is actually known for bringing aptitude test logic questions, and these are questions that most times students they find difficult in the hall. So I will make it simplified and explain to the best of my ability for you guys to understand better. All right. So we are going to be running through series of questions, and this will be the first part of the questions. All right. We are having on the board about 7 questions, and I will try my best possible to make sure that you understand everything. All right. So let's run through the series without wasting further time. Now, on the board, we are having question 1. The ages of 2 persons differ by 16 years. If 6 years ago, the elder one be 3 times as old as the younger one, find their present ages. Now, we are having the ages of 2 persons in this question because they said the ages of 2 persons differs by 16 years. So we can actually say that there is an elder one and there is a younger one. All right, because from the question we are given that if 6 years ago the elder one be 3 times as old as the younger one, so it means the ages of these 2 persons are, one is for the elder one and the other is for the younger one. So we don't know their ages, so we can make the elder one's age to be, let's say, x, and make the younger one's age to be y, since they are unknown. That's the first thing you should do. Then let's understand the first statement. The ages of 2 persons differs by 16 years. So we know the 2 persons already, elder and younger, x and y. Those are their ages. Then they differ by 16 years, meaning that x minus y, difference in their age is 16, meaning 16 years. All right. And then they said, if 6 years ago the elder one be 3 times as old as the younger one. 6 years ago, what does that mean? Let me break it down. If you are having, let's say, a person to be 10 years old, for example, 6 years ago, how old would this person be? Of course, you have to subtract 6 from 10 so as to get the age of the person in 6 years ago. So that becomes 10 minus 6. That should be what? 4 years. So in 6 years ago, this person that is 10 years was 4 years. You understand? So now, they said 6 years ago, the elder one be 3 times as old as the younger one, meaning we are going to subtract 6 from the elder one's age. So that becomes x minus 6, and we are still going to do that for the younger one's age because they said in 6 years ago, the elder one be 3 times as old as the younger one. So it becomes 3, then in brackets, then the younger one's age being y minus 6 because it's 6 years ago. It ought to be 3y. But due to the fact that we are dealing with 6 years ago, that's the reason why I represented it in this pattern. All right. So in this first one, we are having this to be our equation 1, and we are having this to be our equation 2. This will ultimately lead us to simultaneous equation in mathematics. So, but in this case, let's resolve this equation 2 so that it will be similar with equation 1. So let's go. This becomes x minus 6 for equation 2 now, equal to, we use 3 to open the bracket, 3 times y is 3y, then 3 times minus 6, that's minus 18. So when we actually make this one to look like this, it means we have to bring the 3y in and take this other one out or across the equality sign. So that becomes x. If you bring the 3y in, it becomes minus 3y because this is positive. So when it crosses to this side, it turns negative. So equal to, we are left with minus 18. When this one left, we were left with this one. So this minus 6, when it crosses to the other side, the minus will change to plus 6. All right. So that becomes x, which is minus 3x equal to minus 18 plus 6. That should be minus 12. So this is our confirmed equation 2. This is what we are going to be using. All right. So we have our equation 1 and our equation 2. So we have to solve now. So for equation 1 and equation 2, we bring them out. That becomes equation 1 being x minus y equal to 16. Then equation 2 being x minus 3y equal to minus 12. Minus 12. So in this case, we have to use the method elimination to eliminate a particular variable so that we get the other variable. Then after we are done, we can actually resurrect the other one. So we take the subtraction. X minus x. Let's eliminate the x first. X minus x is what? Is 0. So this one will cancel. Then minus y minus 3y. That should be minus y. Minus times minus is plus 3y. Minus y plus 3y, that should be plus 2y. So this is plus 2y equal to, then 16 minus minus 12. Now 16 minus minus 12, that should be 16 plus 12, because when you open it with the sign, minus times minus is plus. So 16 plus 12 is 28. So we have to divide both sides by 2 to get y. So when we do that, it becomes 2 cancels and 2 into 28, that should be 14. So our y is equal to 14. So if our y is 14, we can actually get our x by simply substituting 14 for y in that equation 1. So when we do that, that becomes, for equation 1, which is x minus y equal to 16, and we know our y already to be 14. So that becomes x minus 14 equal to 16. So when we collect like terms, becomes x equal to 16 plus 14, that should be 30. So remember that when we started, the elder one's age was x and the younger one's age was y. So now we know our x, which is the elder one's age, to be 30, and we know our y, which is the younger one's age, to be 14. All right. So the answer to the question is 30 and 14, which is option B. So let's quickly look at the next question. So you can actually pause the video in order to take down something. Then let's progress to looking at the next question 2. So for question 2, we are given, look at this series, 664, so 664, then 332, then 340, then 170, and then dash, and then 89. So most of the questions that they bring out in DELSU requires your logical thinking, your logical reasoning. You just have to be very, very calm, and then you'll be able to get your answer. All right. So just be logical in your thinking. Now, looking at this sequence, they said we should find the missing number. Let's picture it this way. Now, if you look at this, 664 is bigger than the other one coming next to it, and this one is bigger than the other one coming next to it. So it's obvious that the number that should be here must be bigger than the number that should be there. You understand? That's one. Then secondly, you see this is the first term, this is the second term, third term, fourth term, the missing term is fifth term, then the last term over there is sixth term. Let's get it straight. What about if we figure it out this way? That 332 times 2. If we multiply this by 2, we'll get this. If we multiply this by 2, we'll get this. You see it now? Because 332 times 2 gives us 664. Then 170 times 2 gives us 340. So it's obvious that anything that we multiply, this number now, when we multiply by 2, would certainly obtain the missing value here. So it follows that sequence. This times 2 will give this times 2 will give this, then this times 2 will ultimately give that. And of course, with the help of our calculator, 89 times 2, that would ultimately give us 89 times 2, that should be 178. So the missing value here is 178. So the answer to the question is B. So it's just all about you thinking logically. All right, you think logically. Then question 3. The total number of ages of Joy, Effie, and Anthony. So Joy plus Effie plus Anthony, Joy plus Effie plus Anthony, in terms of their ages, is 80 years. So the total number of ages of these three persons, Joy, Effie, and Anthony, happens to be 80 years. All right, so we've represented that. Then the question, what was the total number of their ages 3 years ago? So this thing is still logical reasoning. You're having three persons, and when you sum up their total number of ages, you arrive at 30. And then they're asking you 3 years ago, what will be the total number of ages of these three persons? Of course, you have to subtract three years from each of their ages, and then you now sum up to get the total. So it's obvious that since we know the total of this one to be 80, all we are supposed to do is to subtract minus 3 years from Joyce, minus 3 years from Effie, and minus 3 years from Anthony. So the sum of everything that we have to subtract from the total there should be minus 9 years. And 80 minus 9 ultimately gives us what? 71 years. All right. So the answer to this question happens to be option A. Option A. So that's for question 3. Then question 4. Question 4. Express 62 divided by 3 as a decimal correct with 3 significant figures. So this one is just straightforward. 62 over 3. So when we divide 62 by 3, 62 divided by 3, we arrived at, with the aid of our calculator, we arrived at 20.6666, just like that. It's just 6666 and all that. So now, this was the value we arrived at. And now, we were told to leave the answer to 3 significant figures. And what are we supposed to do? Remember, in mathematics, numbers that can round off or approximate, they are in the range of 5 to 9. The while 0 to 4 are numbers that cannot approximate. So looking at this, since we are told to leave it in 3 significant figures, the 3 significant figures here should be starting from the number before the decimal, which is the first number here, 1, 2, and 3. So we have to end it here. But meanwhile, consider the number that is after the third number, which is the third significant figure. That should be 6. It's obvious. And since it is 6 here, 6 falls under the range of numbers that can round off or approximate, meaning giving 1 to the number preceding it or coming before it. And this ultimately becomes 20.7, because if you round off 1, it becomes 20.7. So 1, 2, 3. These are the 3 significant figures. All right. So the answer to this question is option D. Then the next question, question 5. Question 5. If 10 be added to 4 times a certain number, the result is 5 less than 5 times the number. Find the number. You see this kind of logical questions, it's somewhat similar to maths. There are some topics in mathematics that takes the same pattern, like word problems. You understand? And looking at this, we can dissect this question. Just calm down, then we'll get it together. Now, there is a particular stuff or number or word here that is sort of unique. And what's that word? Certain number. We don't know the certain number. So we can say, let the certain number be x. Yes. Now, they said if 10 be added to 4 times a certain number. So 4 times the certain number, which is 4 times x, is what? 4x. So 10 is added to this, meaning 10 plus 4x. We have obeyed this first statement now. We've represented it now. So if 10 be added to 4 times a certain number, which is this, the result, meaning equal to the result, is 5 less than 5 times the certain number. 5 less than 5 times the certain number. 5 times the certain number. Remember, the certain number is x. So 5 times the certain number is 5x. Are you with me now? So it means that 5 less than the 5 times the certain number should be 5x minus 5. You understand the point? Because we want to reduce the number. It's just like 10 less than 5 or 5 less than 10. It's just like you saying 11. 5 less than 11 in this case should be 11 minus 5, which is what? Which is 6. You understand the point? So the thing is, it's just for you to understand the concept clearly. So 5 times the certain number happens to be 5x. Then if 5 less or is 5 less than 5 times the certain number, meaning it should be 5 lower than it. And for you to reduce it by 5, you have to subtract 5 from it. So that becomes 5x minus 5. And of course, from here, we can collect like terms, but we are told to get the certain number, which is the number equation, the x. So that becomes what? Collection of like terms. You can move this one to that side and this one to this side. So moving the numbers to one side and the ones with letters to one side. So that becomes 10 that's collection of like terms. Then minus 5 crossing to midterm should be plus 5 equal to, we are left with this. You know, when this minus 5 left, we are left with this. So plus 4x moving to the other side turns minus 4x. 10 plus 5 is what? 15, equal to 5x minus 4x is x. So therefore our x is equal to what? 15. So the answer to the question is 15, which is option A. Then for number 6, express 0.0004532 as standard form. Now 0.0004532 as standard form. All you are supposed to just do is just to move the decimal to the because if you look at all the options now, they move the decimal to be in position after 4. So that becomes 1, 2, 3, 4. So moved 4 times. So that becomes what now? 4 times 532 times 10 raised to the power of minus 4, because we moved 4 times. All right. So that becomes 4.532 times 10 raised to the power of minus 4. So I think the option is option C. All right. So that's the answer to the question of number 6. Then number 7. Evaluate 111 base 2 all in square and leave your answer in base 2. So it means that this square here, just like you saying 2 square. 2 square is 2 times 2. We are aware of that. So it means we have to multiply the number in that bracket by itself, since we are squaring it. So that becomes 111 then times 111. Now multiplication of number bases is kind of different from the normal multiplication, so you have to be extremely careful. And this happens to be a binary number because it's a base 2 number. And multiplication of binary numbers are kind of easier than the other bases. Okay, so let's get started. You just follow suit. So 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Then this other number, 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1, and 1 times 1 is 1. Then the last one, 1 times 1 is 1. 1 times 1, 1, and 1 times 1, 1. So when you sum up from here, then 1, there's no number there. Then 1 plus 1 is 2. So you are not to put 2 because it's a base 2 number. When you say base 2, below 2. So since 1 plus 1 is 2, which is 1 plus 1 equal to 2. So what you have to do is to divide it by that base, which is base 2. So 2 divided by 2 is what? Is 1. It can go once, remainder what? 0. So you have to write down the remainder. So I will write the remainder and then I will carry this 1 over. So I'll carry that 1 over and then add it to this one. So 1 plus 1 plus 1, that's 3, plus that one that I carried from there, that should be 4. And we cannot write 4, so it becomes 4 divided by 2. And 4 divided by 2, that should be what? 2 remainder 0. So we have to write the remainder 0 and then we'll carry what? The 2 over. So when we add the 2 to this 2, because this is 1 plus 1, 2. So plus that 2 that we carried is 4. So again, 4 divided by 2 is 2 remainder 0. So write the 0, which is the remainder, and we'll still carry over the 2. So that 2 plus 1 is what? Is 3. So now 3 divided by 2, that's what? 1 remainder 1. So we write the remainder 1 and then we carry over this number. Since there is no number here, so we have to just write the 1. So it means the answer to our question is 110001. All right, we have it in the option. I think that is option 110001, option B. But you can actually do this in another way around by simply converting this number first to base 10. And when you convert to base 10, then you can actually get it easily. Then after you've gotten it in base 10, you can convert back to base 2. For example, see what I'm trying to say. 111 base 2 all in square. And then the first thing you have to do is to convert this 111 base 2 to base 10. And what do? 0, 1, 2. Normal basis. And then this becomes this 1 times 2, which is the base 2, raised to the power of what? 2. Then plus, then 1 again times base 2 raised to the power of what? 1. Then plus 1 again, 1 times base 2 raised to the power of 0. So that becomes what now? 2 squared, which is 4, plus 1 times 2 is what? 2, because 2 raised to the power of 1 is 2. Then plus anything raised to the power of 0 is 1. So 1 times 1 is what? 1. So that becomes 4 times plus 2 plus 1. That should be 7. So 7 base 10. So now just picture it that you are using, in place of this now, you are now using 7 in bracket square. And 7 square is 7 times 7, which is 49. So 49 base 10. Alright? So being able to get it in base 10. So all you are supposed to do now is to arrive at base 2 by simply dividing this 49 by 2. So 2 into 49, 2 into 4 is 2, and 2 into 9 is 4, remainder 1. Then 2 into 24, 2 into 2 is 1, 2 into 4 is 2, remainder 0. 2 into 12 is 6, remainder 0. 2 into 6 is 3, remainder 0. Then 2 into 3 is 1, remainder 1. Then 2 into 1 is 0, remainder 1. So when you take it up, that becomes 110001 base 2. So this will still arrive at the same answer. So it's not you are using the first one, you are using the second one. So if you feel that you do not really understand number basis very well in terms of addition of number basis and multiplication of number basis, so you can actually just convert to base 10 and work with the normal standard one that you know before converting to the base that you're working with or you're expected to get. All right, so this is the first part of the video. So I believe that it's my hope you've understood it. Let's get straight to the next part of the video. Now to the next series of questions that we are going to be looking at. Number 8. If spider is written as PSDIRE, how would common be written in that code? So let's write spider. Now spider is SPIDER, and they said it is written as PSDIRE. And then they now asked, how would common, which is COMMON, be written in that code? So in order for me to make this thing to be very easy for me to understand, we can actually give numbers to this spider, like numbering in the normal order of numbering. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It makes the work to be very easy. Then for this one, where do you have the position P? P is 2, then position S is 1, position D is 4, then position I is 3, then position R is 6, and position E is 5. So you see the work is now very, very easy. So if we are numbering this one, it becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have to take the order in this pattern. That is 2, 1, 4, 3, 6, 5. So what's our 2 there? O. Then what's our 1? C. What's our 4? M. What's our 3? M again. Then what's our 6? N. Then what's our 5? O. So the correct answer to the question becomes this. So let's check. In the option OCMMNO, OCMMNO, OCMMNO. So option B. So that's how you attempt questions like this. It's a logical question. All right. So the question 9. Question 9. Given the scores 4, 7, 8, 11, 13, 8 with corresponding frequencies 3, 5, 2, 7, 2, and 1 respectively, find the square of the mode. So let's bring the values out. 4, 7, 8, 11, 13, 8. Then with a corresponding frequency of 3, then 5, then 2, then 7, then 2, and then 1. So this is the number of times that each of these values occur. Okay, so now they said find the square of the mode. You know that mode is the number that occur most frequently. So the most frequently occurring number. All right, so the most frequently occurring number is actually the mode, the number that occurs the most. And if you check, 4 appears how many times? 3 times. 7 is 5 times. 8 is 2 times. 11 is 7 times. And 13 is 2 times. Then 8 is 1. So it means the one that occur the most is what? 11. So now they were asking for the square. The square of the mode. Square of the mode. And of course, the modal number is 11. So it becomes 11 square, which is 11 times 11. That's 121. So the correct answer to that question is B. All right. So please don't mistakenly pick this one to be the modal value. It is actually the frequency. So not the modal number, not the modal value. Okay. So please, it's not 7 times 7, 49. Because some students may pick 49 as the answer, but that's not the modal value. The modal value is 11 that appeared 7 times. All right. So take cognizance of that. Then the next question is question 10. The second half of the English alphabet are written in reverse alphabetical order. The remaining are all written in alphabetical order. Find the letter in the 16th position from the left. Now, you know that if this question is taking our mind to our, our primary school where we used to recite ABCD and all that. So now, they said second half. The mention of second half is trying to let us know that there are 2 halves of the English alphabet. So just that if you can still remember, we have about 26 alphabets in the letters in the alphabetical system. All right, and then we have A, we have B, we have C, we have D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. So since there are 26, it means that the first half will be made up of 13 letters, while the other half is still 13, because 13 plus 13 is 26. So let's count. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So from here we have the first 13. Then now they said that the second half, so it means that this one is our first half. Then while this one is our second half. So they said now that the second half of the English alphabet are written in reverse, meaning opposite. Meaning we have to now write this one as though we are starting with this and then we are taking it to the reverse, going backwards. So it becomes something like this: Z, Y, X, W, V, U, T, S, R, Q, then P, then O, then N. So it's written in reverse. So it means that we've just written that in reverse. So not to make mistakes, we can wipe up this one. But we are only interested in writing the second half in reverse. Alright? Then they said the remaining are all written in alphabetical order, meaning the first order now is written in alphabetical order. They are now asking from the left, or find the letter in the 16th position from the left. So what does that mean? It means that we should start from the left, meaning not from the right like this, but rather from the left. So going by left, it means that we have to start from here, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So the 16th alphabet that is from the left, starting with the first half that was written in alphabetical order and the second half that was written in the reverse order, we had it to be X. So the correct answer to that question is X. All right, X. Then the next question 11. This one is taking our mind to simultaneous equation. Now, we are given this value 7x plus y equal to 25, and the other is 6x plus y equal to 23. Simultaneous equations, they are actually equations that are very easy for you to solve. It's just for you to remember your methods for solving. We have different methods. We have elimination, we have substitution, and then we have a graphical method. So you can just use any of those methods and then you solve. But most times they use elimination method. That's even the easiest. All right. So looking at this, we are told They said, what is the value of x? So we are not even find y. We don't have any business to do with y, just x. And for we to get x is very easy. If this one is our equation 1 and this is our equation 2, then we can just easily subtract y, because this is plus y and this is another plus y. So we can easily eliminate the y. That becomes plus y minus plus y. Plus y minus plus y. That's when you open the bracket with the sign, become plus y minus y, which is what 0. So we have to cancel this one. So 7x minus 6x, that's ordinary x. You can't say 1x, it's impossible, because that's making the work clumsy. Then 25 minus 23, that should be what? 2. So therefore, our answer is 2. Option D. Very easy. Alright? Then looking at the next question. Question 12. Question 12. Fill the missing series. We are given ELFA. We are given GLHA. We are given ILGA. Then we are given dash. Then we are also given MLNA. This kind of question is a logical question that requires proper reasoning and thinking. Still taking our mind to our alphabet. Yes. Now looking at this, we are given ELFA, GLHA, ILGA, MLNA. We are told to find this. Very easy. Now, what are the common terms? LA, 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 LA. You have to be very smart when you are answering questions like this. Alright? So LA, 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 and LA. And then they are found in the same positions. You get that second and fourth, second and fourth, second and fourth, second and fourth. Then looking at these other letters, E, F, G, H, I, J, then dash, then MN. This thing should be ringing something in your mind now. That this is taking us to alphabet. Simple alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, then it should be K, L, then M, N, meaning K, L, meaning our L is still supposed to be found in the second position and our A in the fourth position. So it becomes KL, which is MN. So just like that. So this becomes LA found in the same position, and EFGH, IJKL, MN. So the answer to the question is KLLA. So it becomes option D. Alright? So that's how you attempt questions like that. Then looking at the next question. The next question. In number 1 to 100, the digit 0 appears dash times. In number 1 to 100, the digit 0 appears dash times. So how can we obtain the number of times that 0 appears from number 1 to 100? I get so many students now, what they will do in the hall is that they will now start writing 1 to 100, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. My dear, that thing is going to waste your time. So you are not supposed to do it that way. No. They are only interested in the number of times that 0 appears from 1 to 100. You are aware that from 1 to 100, let's start with 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You see it now? From 1 to 10, it was only 10 that 0 appeared. And then from 11 to 20, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. It was only still once that 0 appeared from 11 to 20, which is 20. So it just continues like that. So what are you supposed to do? You just use your initiative that 1 to 10 is only 10 that it appears. So you write your 10. Then 11 to 20, it was only 20 it will appear. Then you write your 20. From 21 to 30, it's only 30. From 31 to 40, it's only 40. We are only interested in the 0. From 41 to 50, it's 50. From 51 to 60, it's 60. 61 to 70 is 70. Then 71 to 80 is 80. Then 81 to 90 is 90. Then 91 to 100 is 100. So we are only interested in the number of times that 0 appears. So let's count the number of times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Meaning 0 appeared twice in 100 and once in the others. So let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So it means it appeared 11 times. So the answer is option C. So that's how you attempt questions on stuff like this. But the thing is this, my candid advice to everyone that is writing DELSU, those people that are writing DELSU, post-UTME students, is this. These questions that we've just seen are questions that I have checked and they've been repeating over and over and over again. So even if they are not bringing questions exactly the same way like this, they will certainly bring questions that have the same pattern. So it's just for you to know how to think. You build on your reasoning, your thinking. You build on your logical analysis. You don't just jump into attempting questions. You have to think and reason, but you have to be extremely fast in your thinking and in your reasoning as well. And again, you try as much as possible, not just preparing for only the logical aspect. You still have English and you still have mathematics there, and then you still have some other current affairs questions that you still need to broom yourself over, and then some nominal questions as well. So please, I would want you to really give in your best to this pursuit, Yemi. I want to be getting positive results. I want to be getting net breaking results. I want to be getting so many results that will be, very positive and will be sweet to listening. You get. So please, I will urge you guys to prepare adequately for your forthcoming DELSU Post UTME exams. I wish you guys all the best. And again, thanks for watching this short clip, and I pray that the good Lord will continue to actually, make you pass and come out with outstanding and flying colors. All right. So thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. If you have not still subscribed to this channel, I'm back. Like I said initially, I was away for some time, so I'm back now. So please do well to hit the subscribe button, and then turn on, you see there's a bell by the side of this channel. You turn on the notification bell so as for you to be aware when I update any new video. Thanks for watching once again, and stay tuned to this channel. One love.